Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield rumor video. In today's video, we're going to go over a potential new leaked Pokemon, which is the typing of Fire and Grass, so very exciting there. We're also going to go over a rumor that has a bunch of information about the new games, the storyline, the battle mechanics, the starters, everything like that. So if you're excited for today's video, be sure to drop a like down below, it really does help out. Leave a comment with how real you do think this new Pokemon and this rumor is, and of course subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. Of course, this is just a rumor at the end of the day, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. Could be true, could be false. We have no idea. Either way, let's get into the video and take a look at these new rumors for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. To start things off, we have this alleged new Pokemon here. So this is apparently a fire grass type Pokemon, and straight off the bat, it looks kind of cool. Like, I like how this kind of seed head turns into like a flame and it spits out a fireball. So let's go into things like kind of within more detail. Now, straight off the bat, the art style doesn't look like that of Pokemon, but again, it could just be concept art. It could just be like the beginning of this Pokemon. So I do actually really like the design. If this is false, then I do hope that there is some sort of fire grass type Pokemon in Sword and Shield, because Fire and Grass is, of course, a dual type combination that we don't currently have in the Pokemon game, so we are always welcomed to brand new typings. It would always be very, very nice to see. So Fire and Grass is obviously, they've been around since the very start, so to have a dual type of that would be very, very nice in the new game. So anyway, we do have this Pokemon here, this head kind of turning into a fireball, and it's kind of sending out a Spitfire. It doesn't look like a Pokemon that would evolve. I can't see them just having this new dual type combination of something that just doesn't evolve. It just looks like this, because it doesn't look like a very powerful Pokemon at all at this point in time. Then we have some heads here. It does actually give me a Mimikyu vibe as well. I don't know why. Is that just me? It just gives me that Mimikyu vibe. So maybe they use that as I don't know, a bit of inspiration if they did design this. If like as a fake. And then we obviously have the head here is like, this looks like a different form, maybe like this is a defensive form, and then this is like a more of an attacking form. But as we can see, this is just like a seed here, and then that does sprout into like a fireball. So really cool. Again, I don't know what the Japanese says. I really wish I knew Japanese. It'd make my life a lot easier when going over things like this, but unfortunately I didn't study it ever, so I would have some learning to do. We have the back sprite here, so we do also have a red leaf here and a green leaf. I feel like this could be potentially gender differences. So like the female has like the smaller green leaves, and the male has like these these red leaves. I think that would be really cool as a gender difference. Or it could just be like when it's about to turn this into fire, that's the color the leaves change or something. Also, I don't know how this apparently changes, and maybe it's like to do with an attack, maybe something like Meloetta, where it uses that relic thingy and then it changes form. Also that other Pokemon as well, I can't remember off the top of my head, but when like there's sunlight, it changes and everything like that. Maybe that's what happens here. When there's sunlight, it changes into a fire. It changes into like its fire form. But yeah, we have the back sprite here. Looks really cool. Again, I just feel like it is Mimikyu. I don't know. I just have that vibe right now. And then of course this image here is just like the seed form. Looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. Looks like a very derpy Pokemon. Definitely looks like something that would evolve. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's true. It's just some really cool art that I did want to show you guys, because it has been online for a few days now, and I haven't really seen anything about it being confirmed true or false. So I thought I would make a video. Well, I thought I'd just include it in this video anyway. For your thoughts on it. So what do you guys think about this alleged new Pokemon? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's false? I personally think it is most likely false. I mean, it doesn't look like Pokemon art at all. Again, it could just be concept art at the end of the day, but it doesn't look like something that would make it into the final games. Maybe if we actually saw some screenshots or something of like it in the game, then I would be a lot more inclined to believe it. But again, this is just like a normal drawing, and yeah, I mean, I do love covering these because you never know, one of them could turn out to be true. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is. But what are your thoughts on this new alleged Pokemon? I think it's false, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So that's that. Next up, we have this here now. This is the part one of a rumor. The other part is what we're going to go over in a second. But it says, alright boys, I've been sitting on some information regarding Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and today seems like a good day to dump it. So first up, the starters. I was not able to see the third evolutions, only the second stages. Okay, all three of them look slightly feminine. Scorbunny remains pure fire type until its third evolution, at which point it gains the fairy type. How does he know that if he wasn't able to see the third stages? That seems like he's already going back on himself. Like, if he didn't see anything, if he didn't see the third stages, how does he know that it turns into a fairy type? I don't know, let's read on. There are slight references to its final typing in its second stage design. It looks like a jackalope with a fairy wing, athletic to its ears. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Sobble gains the Psychic type during his second stage, and it looks like a mix between an Old English playwright and a Harlequin. What Psychic would be cool, I'd like that. Grookey gains the Dark type during its second stage. Its stick grows longer to be used like a baton/bat, but it can split apart to be used as drumsticks for some of its sound-based attacks. It's hard to describe it accurately, so all I'll say for now is that it looks more monkey-like than ape-like, and the ponytail on its head gets longer. It almost looks like a mohawk. From what I've heard, there have been frequent mentions of a Hanuman when discussing its final evolution. So this person apparently has no idea about the third evolution, but already knows what the typings are and anything like that. So that's very interesting. Don't know how he would know that. But anyway, secondly, the story. The story is actually very good this time around. The gym leaders and Elite Four actually feel like characters and play a large role in the story aside from moving roadblocks. Characters from previous games from previous gens appear in the story, but it's a pretty good plot point, so I won't spoil it. Cutscenes will be skippable, but the animation looks pretty clean, even in handheld mode, so I won't recommend it. I mean, skippable cutscenes is something I've wanted for a long time. My first playthrough of the game, obviously I'm going to watch every single cutscene because I want to know what's happening in the game. But when I'm going through like my third, fourth time playing it and I already know exactly what happens, that's where the skippable cutscenes are really going to come into play. It's going to really help the replayability because that's what really hindered Sun and Moon for me, just not being able to skip things I already knew, and it was just so annoying having to watch the same thing over and over again. There was so many cutscenes in Sun and Moon, it was really annoying to just go through every single time. Next it says, third, the gimmick. The idea of armor isn't far off at all, but it isn't as literal as you'd think, except for Mewtwo. The way it works is that you get a certain item, something small like a badge, and equip it to a Pokemon. In battle, that Pokemon will gain special armaments and a boost to certain stats. So that's kind of what the Spirit Armor rumor was going over, where you basically get like an item, you equip it, and then it helps with certain moves, typings change, everything like that. So I think that would be a cool way of looking at it. I don't know if that's going to be allowed in the competitive play, but I don't know, we'll have to see. As I mentioned earlier, only Mewtwo will have a full body armor, and it will be a set from the original anime. Most other designs I've seen include harnesses and pads. Different armors are just different stats. Some even power up certain moves, i.e. one of them powers up the elemental punches. So that just makes sense. I'm aware of the one particular armor that increases the stat Boon Bane of a Pokemon's nature. Fourth, the gameplay. Difficulty modes are here, something we've wanted for a very long time. Well, I wanted for a long time anyway. Like, I get that it's aimed towards a more younger fan base, but surely they know Pokemon's been around for over 20 years now. They know that a lot of older people are going to still be playing it. Exhibit A, I'm 24 this year and I've still been playing Pokemon like my whole life. Why would I not want difficulty settings? I think if we just have like an easy mode where you just play it, everything's like lower leveled, the gym leaders have less Pokemon, etc, that's awesome. And then we have a difficulty mode where there's more Pokemon, higher levels, the AI is not stupid, everything like that. There will be 3 settings, one for new players, one for the average core RPG player, and one for competitive players. I'm unsure of the specific changes that each setting brings, but I'm aware that in the hardest setting, the wild encounters are tougher and more frequent. Well, that would get a little bit annoying. Just playing a harder difficulty means more Pokemon pop up. I don't get why that's more difficult. That just seems like it's more annoying. The gyms scale in level depending on the strongest member in your party. They'll remain 1 to 2 levels above your entire team unless you do some serious power leveling. I mean, a lot of rumors have said that you can kind of play the game in any order you want, so that kind of makes sense. As for new information, if I remember correctly from the meeting, some information will be released sometime around mid-late May, but knowing them, it'll probably just be a teaser with a "Hey, watch E3 for more info" bit at the end. Late May, yikes, man. It's what, the 22nd of April today? What's going on there, man? We want some info. To be fair, I cannot believe we haven't had it. It's been like 2 months, I think. Pretty much 2 months since we got Sword and Shield announced, and we've had nothing. Well, not nothing. What we've had is the Steel move, which has been leaked, which was like 140 base power special Steel move, and that was in Korokoro. Oh, the May magazine's gonna have to include some stuff. Like, if we do not get, I just don't know how we haven't had any new information this month. I really don't. I mean, April's not over, but at the end of the day, like, it's been 2 months since we got Sword and Shield announced, and we've literally got nothing. Like, the hype's obviously not gonna die, but at the same time, just give us a little something to work with, you know. Either way, guys, that is going to be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it as much as I did making. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. It really does help out. Of course, leave your comments down below as well. What do you guys think about these rumors? What do you guys think about this Pokemon? And, of course, the other rumor that we did go over today. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. because it is a very, very interesting you know, set of information. Regarding the rumor, I think it could potentially be true, but I just don't know why the guy would say, I've not seen the third typing, I've not seen the third evolutions, but I know the typings. Like, that seems a little bit far-fetched for me. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this channel, which I'm sure you'll all enjoy. But yeah, that is everything from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible rest of your day. And until next time, guys, peace.